100% positive that a lot of you are dealing with the same issues that I am with this sniffling and this sneezing and just the overall big league reaction to the insane amount of pollen in the air, feeling it from the trees and the mold especially. But get this, as our temperatures come up overnight, especially into the 50s, you're really going to start to see all these other numbers come through the roof. There's just no way out of it. It happens every single year, particularly bad this year because of how wet the spring has been. Our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook puts the mid-Atlantic states pretty much at or slightly above average, but I'm not 100% convinced yet that the warm weather is here to stay, as a couple more cooler days are in the cards. Over the next 10 days, just a few scattered showers, nothing too terribly organized, so that should get you pumped up and in a good mood. Your 7-day forecast, look at this, hovering around 60, so that's substantially cooler than where we've been. For Jersey Matters, I'm meteorologist Nori Stewart.
Welcome back to Jersey Matters. As I just mentioned, we're starting a new feature called Jersey Jaunts, where we take you to interesting places in New Jersey, towns, parks, businesses, museums, places that are worth a visit, worth a day trip now that we're allowed to get outside again. And we begin in beautiful Frenchtown, Hudson County.
Well, everybody wants to know why Frenchtown's called Frenchtown. Our founder was a guy named Paul-Henri Mallet-Prévost. He was Swiss-born, but he spoke French. He got word that he was on the list for the guillotine, and he jumped on his horse with his wingman, Nick Defroin, and they fled. 1794, Paul-Henri Mallet-Prévost arrived here, and he bought 968 acres of what is now Frenchtown. Suddenly everyone in this little burg, which was called Alexandria, is speaking French, so people started to call it Frenchtown.
But the cool thing about Frenchtown is the people who live here use everything in town too. You know, it's not just a tourist stop. So when you stop at one of the cafes or one of the great coffee shops or the gift shops or whatever, the locals are in there. We buy our birthday presents for each other from each other, and we all know each other and we all support each other. So it's this, it's kind of magic.
It's like a little utopia. Like when people think of New Jersey, they don't think of Frenchtown, but it just goes to show you that New Jersey has so much more to offer than the Real Housewives in the Jersey Shore.
There's a lot of musicians, photographers, creators, entrepreneurs, young people, old people, everybody potlucks together.
It's a nice place to walk around. There's shops, there's nice restaurants, there's coffee shops.
And the other thing that's really great is it's all within walkability. So there's fantastic, art galleries and bookshop, and we've got all of this great stuff, but you don't have to walk 6 miles to get a sense of all of it.
My business partner and I have always loved it here, the charm and being close to the river.
It's a nice place to be. I came here in 1977 and never wanted to leave, and haven't yet.
We're lucky. We got to remember, don't take it for granted. Like, this is a special place.
Just beautiful, isn't it? By the way, Frenchtown, New Jersey is included on just about every list of the most beautiful small towns in America. You can go online and see. And while you're at it, go to jerseymatters.com and make a suggestion for our next Jersey Jaunt. Still to come on Jersey Matters, ticks at the beach. We'll break down the latest report from the CDC with their leading expert on ticks and Lyme disease next.